Get started with this press briefing for the Horton Fire. My name is Nathan Hoonerwaddle. That's spelled Nathan, last name Hoonerwaddle, Hunerwadel, and I'm acting as a public information officer for this fire, the Horton Fire. That's spelled Horton. I'll just give a quick update on some of the stats on the fire, and then I'll hand it over to our incident commander. And as you can see behind me, there's representatives from county law enforcement and county fire and emergency response personnel, and they'll be available for questions if you have questions afterwards. So at approximately 7 o'clock last night, emergency response personnel responded to the fires in the Sampson and Penley Road area, and they've been battling the fire through the night up till now. There are now approximately 100 emergency response personnel between firefighters, law enforcement, and emergency response involved in fighting the fire. Fire is right now 20% contained, and the approximate size is 700 to 800. 700 to 800 acres. The fire is expected to grow in the next 24 hours, and that is due to fire expansion that will be within the perimeter of the fire. That's expected growth within the next 24 hours. There are some homes that are continuing to be under mandatory evacuation. There is a emergency shelter, a Red Cross shelter, located at Alliance Bible Fellowship. And for those individuals that are evacuated that need a place for their pets, pets can be taken to the Watauga County Humane Society. One thing that we always like to share, we've received a lot of calls here at the public information desk saying, should I evacuate, should I not evacuate? We always say, you make the best decision. Don't wait for a phone call that says evacuate. If you think you need to go ahead and evacuate, go ahead and do that. We're sharing public information online in multiple locations, and that will help you stay informed. The first place that you'll want to go to is hortonfire.blogspot.com. On that blog, you will see updates from the fire that will share the latest updates. You'll also find an interactive Google map where you can plug in your own home address and see where your home is in relation to the fire, and that might give you a good idea as to what decisions you might want to make. We're also sharing information on Twitter at Fire Horton is the Twitter handle, as well as on the emergency management Facebook page for Watauga County Emergency Management. One thing that we wanted to share right off the get-go is that there had been some social media reports that someone had said that there were possibly these fires were started intentionally. We have no investigations going on into that. The Sheriff's Department has no investigations going on into intentionally set fires into this area. So we want to make sure that's clear right off the go. With that, I will pass it on to our incident commander. Incident commander is Rusty Dellinger. He's the incident commander for the Horton Fire. He's also the Caldwell County Ranger.
Thank you. This time I'd like to bring you up to date on the status of the fire and what we have been going on today, on the day shift, and what we've accomplished up to this point in time. Currently the fire footprint we have tied in here from Reynolds Parkway down here to Sampson Road. We have containment lines along Reynolds Parkway here to the Duggar Fire Tower Road. We're using Duggar Fire Tower Road to the south and tying back in to Sampson Road on the south side of the fire. As we said earlier, we currently have roughly 700 to 800 acres consumed by fire at this time. We do expect that footprint to grow within our containment lines that we've established here along those boundaries. Currently, we have crews in place on all divisions around the fire. We're currently doing some burnout to try to secure the corner of Reynolds Parkway and Duggar Fire Tower Road. Once we get that secured, we're going to continue burning out Duggar Fire Tower Road to consume the unburned fuel between the main fire and our fire break. We currently have structural protection resources along Sampson Road, Watson Road, and up Duggar Fire Tower Road in these homes here. We've been prepping those homes all day, securing those homes, and burning out around them to provide a safety zone around the homes from the wildfire themselves. Actions for tonight, we're going to have engines and personnel patrolling all divisions of the fire, monitoring, patrolling, checking for hot spots, and making sure those structures are left intact and secure overnight. At this time, I'll take any questions you may have.
In what direction is the fire heading?
The fire is heading generally in a easterly direction towards Duggar Fire Tower Road. That's why the importance is to secure this corner, this northeast corner, secure that, and get the Duggar Fire Tower Road secured. If we don't secure this line and hold this line, the fire could potentially grow to several thousand acres.
What's the total acreage inside of that perimeter?
Inside the perimeter that we've established today is roughly 1,350 acres estimated.
Can we just also, I know it mentions, but just to make clear, because there have been social media reports about whether the fire was intentionally set. What can you tell us right now about any possible investigation or any possible causes to be made clear?
Law enforcement is currently working on an investigation, and that's all we can release at this time. It's an ongoing investigation.
How many structures are in danger that y'all are protecting?
Immediately, in immediate danger, we have 55 structures immediately in danger, and we're in the neighborhood of 200. If the fire goes beyond our footprint now, we're looking at potentially 200 more that would be threatened.
What's the weather forecast looking like, and how is that going to impact you guys in the next couple of days?
Next couple of days is looking a little more favorable, a little higher humidity and less wind, so we hope over the next few days to make great strides in containing the fire and holding it in check.
How can the public help? Can they distribute in any way, helping firefighters, anything like that?
Basically, if they will allow us to do our jobs, stay off the roads, and let us do our jobs safely, it's for our safety as well as their safety of the general public. So any donations, we would, I think some donations have been coming in, water, Gatorade, those kind of things. Those are greatly appreciated. But one of the biggest things they can do is to stay off the roads and let us do our jobs.
Are you fighting the fire from the air at all, or just from the ground?
From the air as well. We had a scout plane, a reconnaissance plane earlier this afternoon. He has since been released. We've had a helicopter on site all day. We've done a recon flight earlier this morning, but at this time he's sitting stationary at an LZ should we need it.
Which roadways? I know Sampson Road is one roadway that's shut down. Are there any other roadways in the area that are also shut down to public?
Mainly Sampson Road and Reynolds Parkway.
And why hasn't air suppression been used as of yet?
Visibility. Most of the day, the visibility's been poor, and it's just not safe for the aircraft to work when they don't have good visibility.
And how many crews do you have out working this fire?
Currently, we have roughly 100 personnel. They're broken up into different configurations, crews, engines, and those types. But currently, around 100 personnel.
Is that a good number for that? Do you think more people will have to come here and help you all?
I think that's a good number. We'll probably staff that again tomorrow, a similar number, and hopefully after that we may start downsizing, 48, 72 hours away.
Where are they from?
We have crews from all over North Carolina. We have some crews from out of state. I'm sorry I don't have those exact states with me. That information available now, but we have crews from out of state as well.
Are all 55 of the homes that are currently threatened, or structures that are currently threatened, are they inside of that perimeter now?
They are either inside or adjacent to the perimeter.
And are there any utility lines of any kind that going across that land that might interrupt service outside of that area?
Nothing that we're concerned with at this time.
Have there been any structural damage, or has it just been mostly brush?
Up to this point, it's been woodland. We have no reports of any structures or homes being damaged at this time.
Is there anything you take from the Lake Lure or the South Mountain State Park fires? Do you try to get feedback from them, or is it kind of, hey, we know what we're doing?
Absolutely. I mean, we realize the conditions we're in, the drought. We're seeing large fuels being totally consumed. So we've learned lessons learned from those fires, and we've been applying those last night and today here at this fire as well.
Do you recall the last time a fire this size happened on this end of the county?
My 30-year career, I don't know that I've seen a fire this large in this area.
How much in the way of equipment and resources that have been diverted from other fires in the region?
We have recently received as of late this afternoon, we received some reinforcements from the Chestnut Knob Fire in South Mountain State Park. Primarily, most of the resources have come locally out of western North Carolina.
Approximately how quickly is it spreading?
We've seen moderate conditions today, as well as creeping and smoldering.
The containment lines that you discussed, are those the original containment lines or did it jump previous lines?
We did have a line last night that we were trying to hold coming through this general area here down into Sampson Road. We got off in there and had some issues with some snags, falling snags, and fell across our fire line, caused it to spot across our fire break, and we could not contain that spot, so we had to expand our footprint, expand the box of the fire, and that's when we made the decision to go to Duggar Fire Tower Road, an existing road, which needed improving, and we made that happen.
The main problem, the terrain. The other fires that I've been at, they said, hey, we can't get our machinery in there to get right up on it.
You know, the existing roads were a great benefit to us. We did push one line with a dozer, approximately 4/10 of a mile on the eastern side of the fire. But other than that, we used existing roads to contain the fire.
Take one more question from the commander.
Is most of the fuel for the fire, is it fully grown trees or is it slash? I think that's what we can't talk
We're seeing leaf litter, brush, rhododendron, and mountain laurel, and we last night during some burnout operations we did see some torching of groups of trees. So at times it's been intense. Thank you.
Sir, are there any questions for any of our county representatives, county sheriff's office, county fire, Watauga,
Yes.
Watauga Fire?
Spelling of the name of.
Would you like to spell your name?
First name Rusty, Rusty. Last name Dellinger, Dellinger.
You're the incident commander.
I am the incident commander for the Horton Fire.
Is there a question, ma'am?
Yeah, are you all aware of any residents who are going to be staying at the emergency shelter that's been set up?
So this afternoon we did set up an emergency shelter at Alliance Bible Fellowship on the bypass. They're one of our partners, and as of about 3 o'clock this afternoon we were set up and ready to go. However, nobody yet has come to the shelter, and we really don't have any indication whether folks will show up. That's often the case, but we stand ready should they arrive.
And also for you, someone mentioned donations. Someone has suggested cash donations to the Red Cross, but is anyone accepting donations of food, water, t-shirts, things like that?
So donations in any disaster are very difficult to really contain. And so what we're asking the public, if they feel so compelled, obviously cash donations allow us to offset the cost of the response. Some folks are also bringing bottled water and packaged food like nabs and crackers and granola bars, and they're dropping them off at their local fire stations. That can also be a challenge because then we've got to find a way to bring them here. But we have received some of those from the public. Obviously, any donation is certainly appreciated, but at this point, the cash donations will do the best for us on this particular incident.
Could you state your name?
My name is Steve Marks, M-A-R-K-S, and I'm with the American Red Cross.
Any other further comments? All right, with that, we'll go ahead and end the press